Hey everybody, Just Watching Movies here with another review for a Power Rangers series. We already talked about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That was 3 seasons, and now we're moving on to Power Rangers Zeo. If you don't remember from my Mighty Morphin Power Rangers review, I am watching all the Power Rangers series leading up to the Power Rangers movie, which is released on March 24th, 2017. So I am just binge watching all the Power Rangers series, and I'm a little behind on the reviews. I gotta get all of them out before March 24th. Today we're gonna talk about Power Rangers Zeo, which was released in 1996 through 1997, and which was the second Power Rangers series. They got all new Zords, all new suits, all new powers, and different command center. But we brought back the Rangers from the first series. We had Catherine as the Pink Power Ranger, Adam as the, I think, Green Ranger. We had Rocky as the Blue Ranger, Tommy as the Red Ranger, and Tanya as the Yellow Rangers. So we got all the Rangers back from where they left off with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This time around, we don't get Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa as the villain. We get King Mondo and his son, the prince, and his wife, and just a bunch of other people, little robots here and there that are trying to take over the world. One of them even sounds like Desmond from Lost.
He could use a boat.
You are so right. Around, away you go.
I think your friends just blew themselves up, brother.
Now, Zeo is a series I really don't remember as a kid. I remember Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Turbo Space, Lost Galaxy, Lightspeed Rescue. Do not remember Zeo one bit. So I was really excited to sit down and watch this because it was like kind of all fresh for me. And I really liked the Power Rangers Zeo series. It's not as good as Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, but Zeo was a little more mature. It dealt with a lot of relatable issues for the students. They were still in high school and they were going through like hormones, and they were going through like trying to go on dates and proms and different things like that, and relationships. So a lot of the issues felt relatable. A problem with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers I had is when they introduced Rocky, Aisha, and Adam into the mix of the Rangers. I didn't really feel like they were connected with the other Rangers. Now they're back in Zeo, and I felt like they really got into the role. I really liked a lot of them. Adam was one that really just kind of was in the background, didn't talk too much, but Rocky really got into his role, and Rocky really just blossomed into his character a lot. He was one that kind of was more talkative compared to when he was in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and I think that added a lot for the character because I really latched onto him and thought he was really cool. Other characters we got in here were Billy. Billy decided to give up his Zeo crystal so he could be like an assistant to Zordon and Alpha 5, and you know, there was a lot of issues with Billy, the actor, going around, so he decided to leave. And he was pretty much like forced off set. So there was a lot of times where his appearance was scattered. And when you did get Billy in there, you know, I appreciated the moments, but you can tell that it was really coming to an end and they were scrambling to come up with something so they could write his character off. And it eventually led to him becoming old because he was the one who got older when the Rangers were younger in the previous series. So the age was catching up to him, which I was found believable, and you know, I justified their reasoning, but you know, it just felt like it was really scattered, and you know, they were trying to write him off for being not there a lot. Then also we got Jason back as the Gold Ranger. As much as I like Jason and I like the Gold Ranger, I felt like his character was out of place. You know, he just tried to move himself into the relationship that they were already building with the other Rangers. So I really felt like he was out of place. He connected well with Tommy because, you know, they were Rangers before. But everybody else, he really didn't know. And so I felt like he was a fish out of water and just out of place. King Mondo, I'm not sure what it was. But I didn't think he was the, you know, coolest villain. He wasn't very sinister, ruthless. He was just there. He was another villain that wanted to take over the world. And his son, the prince, was very whiny, reminding me a lot of Dudley from Harry Potter series. He just wanted everything to be given to him. So I didn't really think that these villains, this family villain, could really take over the world because they were whiny and they wanted things done their way. So I didn't really feel like they were the biggest threat to the Rangers. Now the Zords and the morphing and their suits, I like the suits. I like how they morphed as well. Their Zords were a little awkward. Early on, the first Zords, they had to pull the yellow and blue Zord or green Zord, I think it was. They had to pull them with a chain. So they were like in this big section of the command center and they had to pull them to get the Zords all together, and it was a little weird. And then I thought the Gold Rangers Pyramid Zord was a little clunky and too massive really to be a Zord. So the Zords, some of the Zords early on were just, it was really awkward to see how they functioned together, and they had to like depend on other Rangers. They had to depend on other Zords to get them going. So I didn't really like that about the Zords, but they transitioned into cooler Zords later on. So Zeo I thought was a pretty fun series. I liked that the characters of Rocky and Tanya and Adam, they kind of blossomed into the role. They dealt with more mature themes, had some pretty good story arcs. They brought Jason back, which I thought was pretty cool, even though he was like a fish out of water. I didn't really like the villain too much, but overall I really enjoyed Zeo. Not much as compared to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but Zeo is definitely a fun series, and I liked the opening credits. I liked how they morphed and all that. I thought it was pretty fun. I would go ahead and give it a B+. Stick around for more Power Rangers series reviews. I'm going to be reviewing every single one, even the new cheesy Super Mega Force ones. I'm going to be reviewing those as well. Thank you guys for watching. As always, check my Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series review. The link will be down below for that. Go over there, give it a like, and check it out. So just watch movies, and it's morphin' time.